We are now fully immersed within Season 1 of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Since the beginning of Season 1, we have seen D Machina decked out in Christmas attire. We have seen the addition of the cruise missile. A lot has changed over the past few weeks. And with that being said, we actually need to start getting ready for Season 2 and DLC1 for Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. We are just over 50 days away from the end of Season 1, and I believe right around that time, Season 2 should be, coming out right away. Which means the new Khe map should be right around the corner. It feels so far away because we are in this massive lull for zombies content, but that's where we're headed. But before we get into that, guys, welcome back to the channel, and my name is Spesh. Now, if this is your first time here, I want to let you know we are doing a charity event over on my YouTube channel called Subs for Mom, supporting the For Mom charity in the fight to end Alzheimer's. Go ahead and click the card up above and check that out. It would mean the world to me. All you have to do is subscribe, and we're doing a few giveaways over there as well. We are so close to 100 subscribers. I believe as I'm making this video, we are at 87. As for when this video comes out, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but if you guys could please subscribe to the channel. Every subscriber earns $1 for 4Mom and the fight to end Alzheimer's. Without further ado, let's talk about Cold War Zombies. Obviously, with the new year, I'm sure that the producers at Treyarch kind of took a little bit of a vacation. Christmas to New Year's is always kind of it almost feels like there's kind of a lull in between those two holidays, but it's also a very busy time of year. So I wouldn't be shocked to learn if maybe a lot of the producers have that time off or something like that to spend with their family. But now that we are fully into 2021, Happy New Year, everybody. We should be getting close to some teasers and even some announcements for the first DLC for Cold War Zombies. Now, I don't mean we're going to get the cutscene or anything, but we might, I don't know, with the pawn takes pawn Easter eggs and stuff like that, we should be getting close to that, especially because they've kind of been dragging those out for quite literally a week at a time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing someone like Noah or Milo or Dalek or Codename Pizza or any of those people. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them, a YouTube video from them very soon. I received this from Treyarch. And then, they have to go through their own little quest. Because those videos are incredibly cool. And honestly, nobody does it better than Call of Duty for that. So I'm assuming that we'll be seeing that here within the next couple of weeks, all kind of leading up to Season 2 and the announcement of the Khe map in Vietnam. But that leads me to believe that we're going to be getting an end of season event, kind of like you see in Fortnite, where, when they go from season to season, they have this huge event and everyone's there and it's absolutely incredible. I honestly kind of expect that to happen in Cold War Zombies. Now, maybe it's not going to be a live event, you know what I mean? We're not going to be, obviously, we can't get a ton of people onto D Machina and then fly the battle bus or something like that. But so with that being said, there's a couple reasons why I think we might be getting a season end event, and one of them is that earlier in the month, Treyarch actually added attacks and textures to the Elder God Distant Monster Easter egg that we see. And if you don't know what that Easter egg is, it's when you get to round 40, once you go into the Dark Ether, you look off into the distance and you can see an Elder God walking through the forest. I mean, at this point, everyone knows that, but if you don't, hey, welcome to the party, So if they added attacks and textures to this creature, it almost makes me believe that, maybe for some reason we're going to see something to do with that creature in, a cutscene or something for, the change of the season. Now, obviously, that won't be at D Machina because the site in Moscow, Poland blew up once the particle accelerator was shut down. I don't know, it's possible that we see the Elder God, I don't know, we have to fight him or something like that. It's impossible to say because it's never been done before for an end of season event in Call of Duty Zombies. But the fact that they added textures and an attack to him makes me believe that we're going to be seeing him really soon, because they could have easily done this let's say we don't have to deal with the Elder God until DLC 3 or something like that. There would be no reason for them to add attacks and textures to him if it was going to be that far out, because they know that people would be thinking about it. So I feel like the only reason they added it, especially mid-season, is that we're going to be seeing him very, very soon. And I think the fact that we didn't get a cutscene at the end of the D Machina Easter egg kind of points to maybe we didn't get a cutscene then, but we're going to get something that explains, what happens in between D Machina and Firebase Z in the Khe-Sanh map. And that's the other thing, is we don't really know like how we're getting to the Khe-Sanh map or who's going, for that matter. None of that is really described at the end of Die Maschine. It almost, like, the end of Die Maschine could easily have been like the end of the story. Boom, right there, they're done. Like, they destroyed the Alpha site, and that's that. You know what I mean? So there's got to be some sort of like bridge that takes us from the story of Die Maschine to the story of Khe-Sanh. And I feel like they almost need to do an event to do that, because they can't just do that in the intro cutscene. That is so much information to pack into one cutscene. I feel like it would just be easier to do an end of season event where maybe we like ride the Elder God or something. Obviously that's not going to happen, but it'd be really freaking cool. And maybe we don't have to wait too terribly long for this cutscene. As we saw on the last day of 2020, bless the 2020's gone, we saw that Treyarch had remastered the Tombstone perk, and if you haven't seen that, I have a video to it. I will link it up above in the cards. But they're basically, like, they confirmed they're adding Tombstone Soda back to Cold War Zombies. And earlier, like, I speculated in that video that that's going to be for DLC1, but maybe it's not. It's very possible that Tombstone actually comes in when they add Cranked to Cold War Zombies. And we don't also need to, like, I'll make a video about, like, all the things that are coming in DLC1, but it's possible this stuff comes before DLC1, where, like, Tombstone is added. Obviously, Cranked is going to be added, like, mid-season, and we're coming right up on mid-season, so Cranked should be coming out soon. So why not, like, add some sort of bridge or cutscene right then and there, so we have something to talk about up until Khe-Sanh? Because right now there is such a lull in Zombies content. There's nothing, I mean, there's nothing new on Die Maschine. Jingle Hells was an absolute bust. And so there's not a whole lot to do. So I feel like they should do, like, maybe even just a mid-season event, where instead of, like, making an end-of-season event, like, maybe they'll do that in, like, Warzone or something like that. But for Zombies, do, like, a mid-season event where it shows how we get to Khe-Sanh, like, why we're going to Khe-Sanh. Obviously, we read from the intel why we're going to Khe-Sanh, but, like, you know, maybe just flesh out that story as much as possible so we know what is going on. We have something to talk about for the next month. And they can add in a ton of new stuff right then and there so we can get used to it prior to playing in Season 1. You know, they're going to add, like, the new types of Ethereum crystals. They're going to add Tombstone. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and I feel like they could just add that here in a mid-season event when DLC1 comes out. As for what that's going to be, maybe it could just be an extension of what happens at the end of the Die Maschine cutscene. Like, maybe we're flying away in the helicopter, but then, like, the Elder God takes us down. Like, maybe that's what happens right after what we saw in the Die Maschine, quote unquote, like the ending cutscene, which wasn't really a cutscene. Maybe the Elder God takes out the helicopter, we all crash, and we're like fighting him, right? We're like fighting the Elder God right there. Even though I kind of think the Elder God's actually going to be a good guy, but hey, what do I know? So, like, we're fighting him right there, and then, like, one of the, like, the portals pops up, and it transports us to Khe-Sanh instead. Like, I feel like that'd be a really good way to flesh out that story quick and easy, and it'd give us something to talk about. It would give us something to do other than just grind camos on Die Maschine. Maybe they even add that cutscene. Like, maybe it's added, and, like, when we complete the Easter egg, like, that shows up. You know what I mean? Like, it's something they add so that people have a reason to go back in and play Die Maschine, and they have a reason to go back through the Easter egg, complete it, and they can get into this little tiny boss fight where you get transported to Khe-Sanh. Now, that might take a little too much work, but I feel like it'd be an incredibly cool idea, and it'd give us something to do and something to aim for over the next month of this lull in Zombies content. Obviously, January is kind of always like the slow point for Zombies, but it doesn't have to be. Like, this is the same time frame where we had between Shadows of Evil and Der Eisendrache, but, like, it doesn't need to be this slow. They could easily add just a couple things that give us something to talk about, because the Zombies community, we're all a little insane. You know what I mean? Like, Milo, he'll see a pixel out of place, and he'll be like, "Hi guys, Mr. Rough Waffles here," and he'll, like, talk about it for, like, 20 minutes, and it'll make total sense, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, that's definitely part of the storyline," and it ends up being right, because Milo's a freaking genius. So just give us something small. You know what I mean? There's obviously other things that need to be fleshed out, like the stupid Ethereal Monkey Easter egg or the stupid Gear Easter egg. But give us something small to talk about that's obvious that we can figure out right away. and that we like it just adds to the story because there's so little known about this story right now, and I feel like right now is a great time to flesh it out. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Again, if you would please check out my charity video and subscribe to the channel, $1 will be donated to the For Mom Foundation. Obviously, we are doing Call of Duty Cold War Zombies content all year round. You guys helped us hit 75 subscribers well before the end of 2020. That was my goal, was 75, and we smashed it. We were at like 83 on January 1st. So I cannot thank you guys enough for that. I hope in 2021 I can keep bringing you guys the very best content, and you know, it'll help you guys through the year. And yeah, guys, I greatly appreciate all your support. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.